I've been asked whether there's any updates on the spinal asparagus. For those not aware, I did another video talking about this and basically using the structural part of the asparagus minus the plant proteins and DNA to let cells regrow along the path. Now, in terms of updates, I checked to see what publications the Pelling Lab has most recently put out. That's the lab run by Dr. Andrew Pelling, who did this initial research on using asparagus as sort of that scaffold. And while it does look like they're continuing to work on this for potential future use, there's not a lot on the asparagus, but there is some new research they just published on bread, specifically using soda bread also as a cellular scaffolding. Now, this is not intended for use in the human body, but rather in service of one of the newest things we've been hearing about, in vitro meat. That's the lab-grown meat that we've been hearing more and more about and that the FDA recently approved from at least one company. And the Pelling Lab put out a paper showing a proof of concept of using yeast-free soda bread to create a scaffolding within which the meat proteins could now grow. And importantly, the bread-derived scaffolding remained stable in the culture as the cells proliferated through it and developed into fibroblasts and myoblasts and pre-osteoblasts. Basically, all of the needed progenitor cells for this to genuinely be lab-grown muscle meat. And for the bio-nerds out there, the myoblasts were able to differentiate into what are called myotubes, and that's an important factor in developing genuine skeletal muscle tissue. So although a little bit different than the spinal asparagus, another great advancement in the same general area of cellular scaffoldings. I'll be really interested to see where that whole field goes in the next few years because it's going to be a biggie.